Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today is Thursday the 4th of May 2023, and we're looking at these JoyToy Battle for the Stars Wasteland Scavengers. I thought these were part of the Court of San Raja line when they were advertised. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but they certainly work well with that those release of figures. Okay, so there are four if you include the little doggy. We have Simeon and Spud, we have Lendal, and we have Nikos. They do look really cool. The promo shots of these a while back just had everyone really excited, and I can't wait to really get my hands on these in a moment. So let's look at Simeon and Spud first of all. Nice look at the figure on the front there. On the back, it shows Spud without the little gas mask on. So cool. It shows Simeon looking good too. Looks like he's got a bald head as well from that picture there. Very nice. Let's look at Lendal. I've actually got another three. Is it three? Another three of these Lendals, because I think they make a great sort of a trooper of sorts. With his sort of flamer there. Is that a flame effect coming out of the actual barrel, or is that just the background? Maybe it's a flame effect. Let's have a look. No, there's no flame effect that I can see. Okay, here's Lendal. Looks really quite good again. Almost like a alternate universe Nazi trooper. And then lastly we have Nikos, who's like a Grim Reaper style sort of a guy. Looks really quite cool again. And on the back, he does look nice. Three great looking figures, at least on the what we can see on the box. Can't wait to open these guys up and get on with this review. And if you like sort of content, please consider joining the Patreon. Link in the top right of your screen now. Also in the video description below, where you can also find discount codes to sellers who sell JoyToy, amongst other stuff. Join Patreon. Loads of benefits, including free and inclusive entries to our prize of raffles when they're held. Get to see all the videos as soon as they're uploaded, even before I finish editing them properly. And you also can cancel at any time. Okay, so I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. Okay, here they are, and they all look fantastic. Before we get a close look, we'll look at what they come with, what's not shown here, and that is the additional hands. All the people come with two pairs of additional hands. So you get get the right way around. You get a left and right open gripping hand. You get a right gripping, almost trigger hand, and a left gripping, almost like holding something small hand. Not sure how to describe that one. Okay, so let's look at them. So we'll go from left to right. So we'll start with Spud. Here is Spud. Great looking sculpt. He does have articulation, but only in head, left and right. The bag doesn't come off. It's just one piece. But you can take if you've got the patience for it, the gas mask off, and you've got a nice doggy head underneath. But I think you just keep it on. That's just my personal opinion. But Spud is a very nice looking figure. And then with Spud is Simeon. He's got this metal detector here. Boop, 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 boop. This really nice looking, I'm guessing as some sort of sawn off shotgun with a little spike going around or coming out the bottom, it looks like. Very cool. The paint apps and the whites of his eyes, or the helmet, the gas mask there, aren't that great. Colour scheme is a bit bland, but it kind of suits him. Backpack, and he comes with a shovel which is pre-attached in there and can be taken out. If you take his helmet off, you see that the paint apps aren't great on his head and on the black straps, but that's something you can touch yourself, particularly on the black. The flesh colour, they'd have to match it, which I think you'd actually have to paint the whole thing in different flesh colour. So it's not the best of paint jobs. He's a bit bland looking anyway in these colours, but still it's good enough. And that helmet is pretty cool. It's like a German Nazi Viking miner helmet, something like that. Okay, let's put him back there. Is he going to stand up for me? Yes, he is. So next is Lendal. With this rather mean looking flamethrower. He does look good. And it's really awesome. Check out this gun here. It looks like a Star Wars pistol almost. Get that one. That sort of classic Star Wars pistol, but in a bigger size. So it kind of looks like. And indented by the silencer, which is pretty cool. Very, very nice. His axe, I did have on his back just then. Just put it through like this. Push in, and I just turn it around to stay on his back. And then the pistol, it's just this little open system they've got, or open clips that JoyToy use quite a lot. And I put it in this way, but what I did do is I put the little clip through the trigger guard, so it stays on nicely. Great looking figure, has to be said. And yes, you can take the helmet off again. He kind of reminds me of Uncle, is it Kino from Acid Rain World exclusive Blue Laurel. I'll put the link in the top right for you. From ages ago. Quite similar look there. That's a great Laurel and figure too. And then lastly, we come to Nikos, the Grim Reaper. He's got features upon features if you just care to look closely at him. Come on. Come on, Lendal, stay up. There we go. Here is Nikos. Look. Oh! Looks particularly menacing. That scythe is very, very menacing. Face not so much. See, he's got this really nice sort of gun that I've got in those clips again. Very cool looking. And check out these nasty daggers. He's got one here and one here which you can take out. And a lot of the stuff you can actually take off, so on all of them. So the silver parts here can come off. The leg parts can come off. The belt can come off. The forearm part, I think, maybe the shoulder part. And check out this shoulder part here. You're going to do a sort of Japanese samurai or warrior custom. You want to get one of these spare to get that shoulder part off. That is fantastic. You can put his sai on the back, but it's so damn big. How are you going to fit that on his back nicely? You want to do it that way, because that's how he's going to, when he picks it up, he's going to take it like that from the handles. Well, he can do it quite nicely. The hood you can take off. I mean, it comes unattached, and you have to take his head off for it. But what you can do with this hood, let me get his head out first. Don't be stuck, head. There we go. What you can do with the hood, for if you want to get a slightly comical, I guess, different look, obviously you can take off the scarf part as well, is rather than putting it on the proper way, is put it on that way. And you get another strange looking option or loadout for the hood part as well. It's a soft rubber, but the problem with that is his head might get stuck in a little bit like it has at the moment. But it's a great figure. Now the question is, which one is my favourite? Now I did order, as I said, I've got 4 of the Lendals. But I think I'll have to pick up another Nikos. Oops, didn't put his neck on. I love that sort of American football style armour he's wearing. But that shoulder pad is phenomenal. Look at that. I want to find a way of using that on one of my Acid Rainbow figures maybe. That'd be really, really cool. And that sai is awesome. Great figures, great releases again by JoyToy. They are really up in their game in terms of their figures they're releasing, I have to say. Okay, so we have just a quick flyby look at articulation. Then we look at size. So since Nikos is in my hands, let's do his articulation. Take that off again. Bear in mind, articulation will be similar for all of them, but obviously the more bulk they have, the more difficult it will be. And a lot of these parts can be removed. So left, right, up, down, side to side, shoulder all the way around, shoulder all the way around. On the lateral, even with those big spikes coming up, doesn't quite get 90 with each arm, but small price to pay for this awesome sort of sculpting. Bicep bend is about 90 on his on his right, and definitely 90 or a little bit past on his left. Trunk, really good turn, dip side to side. Waist is a turn, dip side to side. So together, that is phenomenal. That is not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Very good. Hands, you can rotate and then find the joint and you can align it and you can move. Hips, so far, but it pushes the belt up, which is a bit of a shame. Forwards is all right. Backwards is pretty damn good. So he's approaching a full split on that. Thigh turn, double kneecap, quite bulky because the sort of pockets going around his leg still is over 90 degrees. And then the foot, there's a foot, is that a boot? There's no boot turn, but there's a swivel. There's a pretty decent tippy toe, but the dorsiflexation suffers because of these things attached. These sort of fake metal things. That, in fact, they've got one on upside. Is that upside down? I'm telling a lie, it's not upside down. Just me being silly. So dorsiflexation is not the greatest, but it's pretty good. All things considered. Great looking figure. Like I said, I'll have to pick another one up. So I want that shoulder and that belt with the two sort of knife things work well on some sort of assassin sort of figure too. Very, very cool. If we look at Lendal's articulation, bear in mind again a lot of this stuff you can take off. The actual flamethrower part you can just unplug from the barrel at the back there. You can take off the backpack, you can unplug the mask from the backpack. I think I'll take that off too. Then the armor part here you can take off as well. If you pop that part off, you see how it moves. Shoulder parts can come off. The wrist parts can come off. Thigh parts can come off. And obviously the helmet we took off earlier. So articulation, left, right, up, down. Not really side to side with the helmet on, but gets it without. Shoulders all the way to the side. Well, the armor gets in the way, but never mind, still quite far. Bicep bend, you need to align this up to not clash with the shoulder armor, and you'll get 90 degrees easily. But if you clash with the shoulder armor, it's going to get less than 90. Trunk, really, really good. Forwards, backwards, side to side turn, and waist can turn forwards, backwards, side to side. So together, forwards is good, backwards is good, and side to side is good. Hands again, you just twist around, find which way the joint is aligned, and then you can articulate according to the joint. Hips, better than Nikos, because his sculpting is not getting in the way. Thigh twist, but with same as Nikos, very padded there. He gets 90 degrees. On the other side, he gets just over 90 degrees. And the feet are the same. No toe articulation on these ones. You get the swivel in and out. You get a tippy toe, and you get a dorsiflexation. Very, very cool. And honestly, I'm not going to show the last one. He's got the same articulation again. Probably a little bit less because he's a bit more bulky than the others. Okay, let me just set these guys up again for you to do size, measurement and comparison. So I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. Okay, let's go for size. I'll measure Nikos because he's the most upright out of the three at the moment. Fantastic looking figures, I keep saying it. And in cm, he is as expected, around 10.5 cm, a little bit over 10.5 cm if he was straight. They do look so good. Okay, so let's compare them to some figures. I use that same awesome Fortnite figure who I love so much. Got 6 of these, the IO Guard, who is absolutely phenomenal and can work in the same universe quite easily. Stick him there. They do look good. Use my favorite Acid Rainbow Nerinu Sentinel, who again could easily work in the same universe as these guys. And oh, knock him over. And once again, looks right at home, mixed in amongst them too. Really, really good looking figures. I think they've done a fantastic job with these. Well done to JoyToy. More like this, please. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I'm signing out saying please like, share, subscribe. Consider joining the Patreon. Link in the video description below, along with discount codes, including a new code for Locker Toys. And I will see you in the next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.